Hey everyone, today I'm going to be showing you a tutorial on Vincent Van Gogh's Starry Night. Alright guys, so to start off today for our Starry Night painting, we're going to lay out our tarp, put our canvas on top of it, we're going to be holding it vertically. Then we're going to take out our paint set, and from our paint set we're going to be starting with the dark blue, light blue, and the white. We're going to need much more blue than we do white. So just a little drop like that on your palette. Now, the easiest way to recreate this painting is what I'm going to be showing you today. I also provided detailed instructions in your kit, but sometimes it's helpful to watch it get done. So we're going to start by covering our entire canvas in blue. Now I'm going to use a combination of the two blues, and we're going to cover the entire thing. So you're going to be doing long, consistent brush strokes throughout the entire canvas right now. And then we're going to go back and add some short brush strokes with an extra layer of paint on top, because we want to add that depth and texture just like Vincent has in his painting. So very easily. Now the format that I'm showing you is going to be in like 3 sections. So we're going to do all the blues for the background, and then we're going to let it dry a little bit, and we'll come back and do our swirling. It's always fun to swirl, right? Swirling and twirling. Twirl your pasta, you swirl your dress. It's fun. So then we're going to let that dry a little bit, and then we're going to come back with our black paint and do our town. Now, Vincent painted this picture while he was hospitalized in the south of France, and it was the view out of his window. So what he saw, it was right before dawn. So you're going to have the sun in the upper right-hand corner, and then everything else is the stars. Kind of like dawn that you would see today. You see the sun starting to rise, but the stars are still lingering. And then the town that he actually painted didn't exist there outside his window. So I'm guessing that that's just something that he saw in his head and wanted to add to the picture. Maybe it was a town that he had known at another place in time that he wanted to add to this specific painting. Starry Night is actually one of his most recognized paintings, and you can actually see it today at its permanent home, the Museum of Modern Art, otherwise known as MoMA, in New York City. If you haven't ever checked that out, I definitely recommend going to see it one day if you're in town or if you live in the city. Okay, so now our canvas is almost completely painted. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little more blue to my palette because I used all mine up. Now I'm using both blues here, the dark and the light. I like the mixture of the two. And now I'm going to come back with short brush strokes. I'm going to dab a little in the white too. And little short, about 1 to 2 inch long brush strokes, quick, right across the canvas. And that's going to add our little textural component. I hope you guys have been enjoying our kits. This is the second kit that we offer here at Pint Size Painters. Our first is Vincent Van Gogh's Sunflowers. Second is his Starry Nights. We will be moving on to other artists as well. Vincent is just so iconic and so fun to paint like and learn about. He had a very interesting life, albeit short. Now, all right, I think it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna dab a little bit more white because I don't think I got enough personally. There we go, those really stand out. And just across the whole board, these short little quick strokes. All right, now always keep in mind there's no wrong way to paint. I'm showing you the easiest tutorial on how to do Starry Night with your little ones. You feel free to paint it however you like though. Okay, this is looking good. So now I'm gonna let this dry just for a few minutes. Doesn't have to be completely dry. And this is a good time for you to sit down and read your Vincent Van Gogh facts. There's 10 facts that we've provided, so maybe you read half of them now, and then we'll get back to painting. And then there's another point where you're gonna let the paint dry a little bit, and you'll read your other 5 facts. Okay, so now that our canvas has dried a little bit, we're gonna come back in to do the swirls. So I'm gonna start with, if you look at your painting, you have this big line over here, almost looks like the Milky Way. So I'm gonna start with that line there, and then we're gonna move on to the sun and the other swirls and the stars. So what I'm gonna do, I added to my palette my yellow, a tad bit of orange, and my white paint. So I'm gonna dip in the yellow, and then I'm gonna dip it in the white. And then about 3/4 of the way down from the top, starting on the left-hand side, I'm going to come in and create my Milky Way swirl. So we're just going to start at the edge, and we're gonna go up and then right back down and bring it along all the way to the opposite edge of the canvas. Now I did my swirl line first so that I know where I'm painting underneath. This is kind of like my baseline over here. So I'm gonna go back in, and using my yellow and white paints, I'm just gonna add my little lines. You're gonna do really short, quick strokes here, almost like dabs, because it gives that little bit of texture that Vincent used, so your painting will come out very similar if you use these type of strokes. Now, your child might be a little guy or might not be able to do these tiny little strokes, or maybe they're more comfortable just doing their solid painting. Whatever it is, that is okay. As long as they're having fun and enjoying what it is they're doing, then we're all happy over here.